In Philadelphia, a hidden crisis unfolds: women's homelessness. Every day as the city awakens, countless women face uncertainty and fear, their struggles largely unnoticed by the world around them. It's an epidemic often unseen, as women sleep in cars, on couches, or in overcrowded shelters, doing whatever they can to survive another night. These are mothers, daughters, and sisters, made invisible by a system that fails them, their hopes and dreams overshadowed by daily hardship. Their struggles are overshadowed by the city's busy life, but their stories are real, and their pain is ever present. This isn't just about numbers. It's about human beings fighting to keep their families safe, clinging to hope in the face of adversity. Women's homelessness is complex, tied to poverty, violence, and a lack of affordable housing. Each story is shaped by unique challenges and barriers. To understand, we must look beyond stereotypes and listen to those silenced for too long, recognizing the strength it takes to survive. The common image of homelessness is a man. But in Philadelphia, women and children are the fastest-growing segment, often overlooked in public discourse. Their homelessness is often triggered by domestic violence, sudden job loss, or health crises, events that can happen to anyone, at any time. They carry the burden of caring for children while searching for safety, balancing hope and exhaustion with every step. Their journey is uniquely precarious and exhausting, marked by constant uncertainty and the fear of what tomorrow may bring. Behind every person asking for help is a story of loss and survival, of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. We aim to bring those stories to light, exploring real experiences and solutions, and giving voice to those who have been unheard. This is an invitation to see the unseen and acknowledge the humanity of every individual, to recognize their dignity and worth. Together, we can work toward a future where no woman calls the streets her home, and every woman has a place to belong. Your attention is the first step toward meaningful action. Let's begin, because change starts with awareness, and compassion leads to solutions. The path to homelessness for women is rarely straightforward. Domestic violence is a leading cause. Many women must choose between abuse and the streets. Fleeing often means leaving everything behind, with few safe, affordable options available. Economic instability is another driver. A single crisis can push women, especially single mothers, into homelessness. The gender pay gap and low-wage jobs make it harder for women to recover. Family breakdown, trauma, and lack of support networks leave women isolated and vulnerable. Women leaving foster care or incarceration face even greater risks. The severe shortage of affordable housing in Philadelphia compounds every other factor. For every available unit, dozens are left behind, especially women with children. This isn't just a market issue. It's a human rights crisis. The system sets many women up to fail before they even begin. Maria, a dedicated nursing assistant, lived with her 2 young children in the bustling neighborhood of Kensington. When her ex-partner's violence escalated to dangerous levels, she made the brave decision to flee with her kids, leaving everything behind in search of safety. They spent countless nights in her car, trying desperately to maintain a sense of normalcy for her children amidst the chaos. Shelters were perpetually full. The city's hotline offered little more than endless waiting and frustrating dead ends. After her car was repossessed, they resorted to riding city buses at night, seeking warmth and a temporary refuge. Maria's daughter developed a persistent cough. The stress and uncertainty were overwhelming for the family. A compassionate social worker at her children's school noticed their plight and connected them to a family shelter, offering a glimmer of hope. It wasn't a home, but it was a roof over their heads, a chance to breathe and regroup. Now, in transitional housing, Maria is diligently working toward stability and the dream of a permanent home for her family. Her story is just one of thousands unfolding in Philadelphia, each with its own struggles and triumphs. On any given night, over 1,000 people and families, mostly led by single women, find themselves in shelters or transitional housing. For every Maria who finds help, countless others remain hidden, sleeping in cars or unsafe places, their stories untold. Their whispers are all around us, waiting to be heard, waiting for someone to notice. These stories reveal the profound human cost of a broken system that fails to protect its most vulnerable. Each woman's journey is a testament to resilience, courage, and an unyielding hope for a better future. But hope alone isn't enough to change their reality. We must listen, understand, and act with urgency and compassion. Maria's story is a call to see the invisible, to acknowledge their struggles. It's time to bring these stories into the light and to demand meaningful change for a brighter future. Homelessness is different for women, often more hidden and dangerous. To avoid violence, women couch surf, stay in unsafe relationships, or trade sex for shelter. Motherhood adds complexity. Some shelters force families to split up. Health issues, stigma, and trauma are magnified for homeless women. Their struggle is not just for survival, but for dignity. For homeless women, every day is a fight for safety. The threat of violence is constant, forcing women to adopt exhausting survival strategies. Co-ed shelters can be unsafe. Women-only shelters are scarce and often full. Many return to dangerous situations out of desperation. Health deteriorates quickly, chronic conditions go untreated, and pregnancy becomes perilous. The healthcare system is hard to access without an address or insurance. Mental health suffers deeply. Trauma and anxiety are widespread. Few providers are equipped to help, and stigma keeps many from seeking care. The cycle of fear and illness is relentless. Safety and health are daily battles on the edge. Philadelphia's support network is stretched thin, especially for women. Shelters and transitional housing are in short supply. Many are turned away. Few resources are tailored to women's needs, like women-only shelters or wraparound services. Underfunding and fragmented systems leave women cycling back into homelessness. Real change requires sustained investment and a focus on long-term solutions. The crisis is daunting, but we can all make a difference. Start by educating yourself and others, challenge stereotypes, and spread awareness. Support frontline organizations with donations, time, or essential items. Volunteer to serve meals, sort donations, or provide childcare. Advocate for policy change. Demand more funding for affordable housing and homeless services. Contact your representatives and support tenant protections and living wages. Practice compassion. Acknowledge those experiencing homelessness with kindness and respect. Offer resource cards or a meal, but never judge. Every act of empathy helps restore hope. Change starts with understanding and action. Together, we can build a community that supports every woman. Your voice and actions matter. Be part of the solution. We've heard Maria's story, a story that echoes the experiences of so many women in our city. We've seen the roots of women's homelessness in Philadelphia and how these challenges are woven into the fabric of our neighborhoods. This isn't someone else's problem. It's happening right here, to our neighbors, our friends, and even our family members. The true strength of our city is measured by how it treats its most vulnerable citizens, especially women facing homelessness. Right now, Philadelphia is failing thousands of women, leaving them without safe places to turn. But it doesn't have to be this way. Change is possible, and hope is real. We have the resources, the knowledge, and the compassion to end this crisis for good. What's needed now is collective will. Let's demand real, long-term solutions: affordable housing, protection from violence, and true economic justice for all women. This is a call to action for everyone, no matter your background or experience. Leaders and community members alike must come together to create lasting change. Let's build a city where no woman must ever choose between abuse and the street, where safety is a right, not a privilege. Let's transform our safety net into a true foundation of support, dignity, and opportunity. Let these stories inspire you to act, donate, volunteer, and become part of the solution. Advocate for change, or share these stories to raise awareness and spark conversation. No woman should walk this journey alone. Together we can offer hope and companionship. Together we can light up the shadows with compassion, solidarity, and unwavering support. Let's build a future where every woman has a place to call home and where no one is left behind. The stories you've heard are urgent calls for action. Each woman's experience reveals both a broken system and incredible resilience. By sharing these stories, we build empathy and drive change. Join the conversation. Share your thoughts, ideas, and local solutions in the comments. Your engagement keeps this issue alive and inspires others. Subscribe to support more in-depth, human-centered journalism. Help us give voice to the voiceless and shine a light on stories that matter.